This video is partially a follow-up on the previous video on the stuff I got at Namag, and also about some stuff I found in stores. Let's continue with the Namag finds. So at the table of Tom's Modelauto's, there were a few vehicles that caught my eye, among which this EraCAR Nissan GT-R 35 in Smart Night livery. Normal price almost 13, and it was there on the table for only 10. So I grabbed it. I'm not going to keep this one because it is black, but I am going to send it to a friend. But we can take a look at it, right? It's not because I'm not keeping it that you can't get a good look at it. 2020 GT-R, it says all the way down here. Kind of molded into the base, plastic base, and then printed Nissan GT-R 35 at the top there. So of course we got rubber tires, we got lensed lights front and back, authentic rims, we got brake discs and calipers behind the rim there. But as you can see, the caliper is kind of goldish. If you want to focus on that, you can kind of see they turn with the wheels. That's kind of a bummer. So we got these kind of neon stripes on there. Nicely detailed in the back. Some exhaust detail and other stuff. The doors open up on these. Let's use this thingy to pry them open. There you go. So of course, right-hand drive, proper JDM, and yeah, nice bucket seats, all that good stuff. Put it in the parking lot, and there were a few MiniGT on the table. $11.99 reduced to 10 also. Lancia Delta HF Integrale Evoluzione Martini Racing livery. I guess these were cheaper because they don't have the plastic wrapper on them anymore. Or maybe a mirror will just fall off. Well, in this case, the mirrors are very tiny, so probably not going to happen. So MiniGT, that means metal on metal, also rubber tires and authentic rims, and lens lights front and back. Full racing deco or rally deco on this one. Wow, that is beautiful. Definitely in a different league than the EraCAR, I have to say. Not sure why EraCAR is more expensive, but probably because of the opening part, but then again, most collectors could do without the opening part, so MiniGT definitely chooses the right path. Looks like an Italian license plate. I love that little spoiler on here. It seems to be metal even. That's very impressive. What are these orange things here in the back? Does anyone know that? Are these supposed to be exhausts? No, there's an exhaust right here, which also seems a bit tiny for a such a sporty vehicle. But what on earth are these? Because I don't know anything about motorsport. There's a spare wheel in the back there. That's cool. Left-hand drive, two racing seats in there. Bucket seats. Yeah, that's totally awesome. Very pleased to get this. Don't buy a lot of racing decos, but this one definitely wanted to have. And another beauty, Nissan GT-R in Bayside Blue. This is the R34 V-Spec 2. Right-hand drive. use a knife to open this up. There you go. So we got the model printed on there on the left here, 1999 Nissan Skyline GTR 34. Little base, of course. MiniGT does not have the brake discs or calipers behind the rims. That's okay, fine by me. Got the GTR logo in the grille there. This also looks to have pretty nice bucket seats in there. These are hard plastic mirrors, by the way. In contrast to many other MiniGTs that have the soft mirrors, like the one from the Bentley that fell off in the previous video, a few videos ago. A lot of stuff going on here in the back. We got a license plate, we got the an exhaust that actually has some some openings in there to make it look like real exhaust. Got some tampos there. Does that say V-Spec on there? I'm not sure. Again, GTR logo, reverse light, fog light, Skyline embossed in the bumper there. Cool stuff. This is a plastic wing, I think. Yeah, seems to be. Defroster lines are too big on these. I don't really like that. Yeah, totally unnecessary. You wouldn't see that on a real vehicle either. So obviously. But other than that, total beauty. Then they also brought some stuff. I mean Tom's Model Autos. They brought some stuff at the event at NAMAC that I ordered from them online. That way I don't have to pay for shipping. That's very cool. So these came available on their website second half of January or the first half of February. I can't remember quite exactly. These PosterCars are made by KinSmart, trademark of Kentoy, Diecasting Manufacturing Limited. They did some 164 previously. Here's an example I have. This is the Volkswagen Classical Beetle from 1967, I believe it says. Yep, in 164. You can see KinSmart. So this is a pullback vehicle, so it's got, that's why it's got rubber tires. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Can make it work. It's got lens headlights, got separate parts for the bumper. It's got pretty much full deco, and it's pretty close to 1/64 scale. So yeah, these are overall very nicely done. But you know, cheapo kids toys basically. Even though they have the lens lights and the full deco and stuff. Yeah. And here's one without the Eternal Hippie livery. Just a plain Jane stock looking Beetle. And now they've come out with these. So I basically got an example of each model. There are 12 in total, as you can see here in the bag there. This is number 12. 6 models and 2 colors of each model. So Hypercar League Collection it is called. So yeah, lots of different names. KinSmart, PosterCars, Hyper League Collection. and they were very cheap, only €6.99 at Tom's. So yeah, that's a steal. So this is the Aston Martin Valkyrie in lime essence. Let's take a look. At first, I was not very keen on this casting because it looked very plasticky. But then I saw a video, I believe of Matt Watson or someone. I'm not sure if I have his name correct, but you're the Car Wow guy, driving one of these. And I noticed that the real one has this strange contraption too. Yeah, so there you go. The name, the scale, the brand, and where it's made on the base. So not much more you can ask for. Got the tread on the rubber tires, plastic base. So they feel pretty light, but you know, for the money, it doesn't really bother me. If you're that kind of person that really wants their premium vehicles to have metal bases, then these are not for you. Okay, but you know, for me, it's kind of a balance between authenticity and details, and they don't need to have a metal base for me. We've got, of course, authentic rims. We've got brake discs with calipers behind the rims, and they stay put. They don't turn with the wheels, so that is very nicely done. Definitely in this price range, that is pretty incredible. Got lens lights in the front. This is a kind of a metallic neon yellow. We've got a plastic roof piece, at least here above the cabin. I'm not sure if the back part here is plastic or metal. Yeah, seems to be plastic too, this part. In the back we've got no lensed taillights, but tempo taillights. Considering the shape of these, that is, well, you cannot really blame them for that. Valkyrie name there in the middle. Yeah. And it's got some details in the interior. They all do, but this one's going to be a little bit hard to show, but I'm going to try to anyway. So it seems to have some the seat belts seem to be in yellow, and the racing seats, kind of 5-point harness seat belts. That's a nice detail. And you get a dashboard is not that detailed, but other than that, seats look great. So that's a good one for sure. Next, we got the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolut. So after checking these out, these came in a plastic wrapper, by the way, but I took the wrapper off to put the price tag on the box, and just to speed the video process up a little bit. So again, got the info there on the base in sweet Mandarin. So we got all the details on the base there that you would need to identify this vehicle. Different rims, front and rear. Well, not actually different rims, but the rear rims have inserts for better aerodynamics. Got an orange brake caliper on the front discs there. This one's got the side mirrors, whereas this one, I believe, if I remember correctly, has the cameras on the side. Yeah. Again, a lensed headlight with really nicely detailed. The Koenigsegg logo. This one has a little bit more stuff going on in the interior, it seems, where it is kind of a two-tone with black and brown. So these mirrors are kind of a, well, no, they are hard plastic. Nice color. Paint for the taillights, not lensed. Yesco name underneath the painted exhaust, and yeah, some more names just underneath the metal part there. What you see is black as plastic in the diffuser. So again, a light vehicle, even got these plastic fins here. A light vehicle, but all in all, you know, for the money. I mean, don't forget, here in Europe, these are cheaper than Hot Wheels Premium. Okay, trying to show you the engine there, just above the ghost symbol. But you know, it's very small window frame. So, and the interior, you know, the brown with the black. There's even some kind of a dome on the roof, so it can light through there. There you go. Yeah, that is not bad at all. For the money. Sweet. Next up, I'm showing these in no particular order. Get the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport in silk and nocturne black. So probably will not be a surprise to you that I ordered the other ones after seeing these, except for the Koenigsegg, because the alternate color is white, so didn't want that. But yeah, the other ones I all got. Again, got the info on the base. Good stuff. Brake calipers are red on this one. Light colored interior, kind of a beige or tan combined with black and some silver trim. Very nicely done headlights. You can see the little square LEDs in there. Very crisp Bugatti logo. These mirrors are cast into the metal body. That's fine. Again, at this price range, that's good enough. There's more expensive brands that do that too, like Schuko. Do that too, but they have the metal base, of course. And we get a lensed taillight, so that is pretty neat. With the black, it's kind of hard to see here. But, shed some light on there, some extra light. There you go. Besides that, not much detail. There seems to be some logo in the middle above the taillight. Can't really tell what that says, but no exhaust detail or anything. So this back side is, well, no. I think I'm not sure if the grills are plastic or metal, but having those details, it should be plastic, right? It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe they're just tampoed on. Some engine detail there, and these openings on top. Cool. And then we get the interior nice and bright, and some details on the center console. I don't know if I will be able to show you that. Kind of hard to show. Yeah, cool. Then we got the McLaren P1 in Lantana purple. So a lot of these cars Hot Wheels does too. I don't have any Hot Wheels premium version to compare this with, but I can tell you they cost more here in Europe, and they are definitely less nice than these. So would have put these definitely put Hot Wheels premium to shame. This one's got gold calipers. Got the plastic piece here on the side. Again, bright interior, that's cool. It's nice to look at. Lensed headlight, the McLaren logo in the middle. So again, feels light like most of them do, but they compensate that with the details. So this is interesting in the rear here. Is this tampoed, or is this some plastic piece that they glue in there? You see how there's, I don't know if it's show up on camera, but there's kind of an opening between the taillight and the bodywork. So it's almost like this is a red plastic piece that is glued in there. I might be wrong. Maybe it's just a lip of this black plastic insert that just sticks out and that is painted red. I'm not sure, but it probably would be too difficult to, yeah, it's part of the plastic piece. Now I see it. You can see here on the edge here, there's some sloppiness with the red paint, but of course very small, very hard to do. So yeah, it's definitely part of this grill piece, but nicely painted red there. That's a job well done, for sure. So mostly plastic back end here, but again, it's okay. With all the details you're getting, get the silver paint here, the McLaren name, P1 on the engine, black paint here on the roof, and the beautifully detailed interior. Look at that. Center console. Awesome. Next up, I got the Lamborghini. So the P1 is a hybrid. This Lamborghini is a hybrid. I believe the Valkyrie is a hybrid too. It's been a while since I've watched that video. I watched it when I bought these cars, but that was like in February, so. So there's the Sián FKP 37 in blue Uranus. Got gold-ish rims. Hard to see the brake discs and calipers behind. I believe the calipers are red on this one. Very nice color. Kind of a, yeah, looks like a metallic teal-ish. Mirrors again, part of the metal casting. Painted headlights because they are so tiny and thin. Is that a fuel filler cap here? I'm not sure. We got the Italian flag up there. Some plastic part here that makes for this air intake. Then this black part is painted, the shiny black part. And painted details for the tail lights. Some details on the exhaust. Sorry, on the license plate. Again, get to see the engine through this see-through engine cover. Also got these little fins here in plastic. Awesome. Interior is a little bit darker. It's also kind of a brown with black combination. Let's see if we can shine through the roof there. Kind of. Yeah. Nice one. And then we got the last one here, at least for this video. The rest will be featured in a future video. Because I received them, of course, later on. So this is the Pagani Zonda F in Argentina blue. We got red brake calipers, gold rims. These are separate mirrors stuck on these front fenders. Plastic insert for the headlights with painted details. Nice and bright interior, the glass roof. This bottom part here is all plastic. Again, that's okay. Got wider tires in the back than in the front, which was the case on many of these, but did not point that out. Completely plastic back end with the painted tail lights and lots of details there. This is a plastic spoiler, silver painted engine, and then interior detail. Look at that. This way we can have a good look at it with some silver on the dashboard, and then the tan seats and dashboard, and some black parts in there too. Beautiful color. Yeah. Nice. Great collection. Very pleased with it, and such good value for money. It is insane. Someone else also brought some stuff for me to the event that I had bought online from his website, and that is John Nijhuis, the former Matchbox ambassador, that has a website where he sells some extra stuff he has, and these are actually Matchbox Convoys by Matchbox Collectibles. So you can freeze the frame if you want to read all this. I'm not going to do that on video. That's just too much text. Let's see. We can pry this open. So you can actually see them in the thumbnail video, but put them back in the box so you can have the complete unboxing experience of these. So this is the Michelin 1939 Peterbilt tractor trailer. It was in the classic 50s automobilia collection. So I have examples of six different collections of these Matchbox Collectibles Convoys, and I will do a video on those in the future. Again, freeze the frame if you want to read this all. Kind of some info on Michelin, I guess. Put that here. So when he handed these to me at Nammak, he told me that he had left them sealed in the box, and that he wanted me to check them if I got home. When I got home, check them if the to see if all the mirrors and all the other plastic stuff was still on there, because if something had broken off, he would give me new ones. On both of them, all the plastic stuff was accounted for and still on the vehicle, but what I noticed is on this one, there's cracks in the white paint on top. Don't know if the camera will show it very well. I don't know what caused that. I've got it on one other Matchbox vehicle too, a Volkswagen bus. And so I sent him pictures of the defects on these, and he said, you know, John is a real stand-up guy. He said, look, that's unacceptable. I'll get you new ones. So I got new ones for these, but I'll show you these now. Just kind of a teaser for that future video. So these are all metal. Got the 1999 copyright. Got all rubber tires, so smaller in the front and then bigger in the rear. And nice rims. Got the bibendum on the door there, and of course in the Michelin colors. Chrome front end, separate plastic chrome piece. Nice mirrors, silver painted horn on the roof, and a smokestack in chrome. It's kind of a different style of fifth wheel that we usually get in the Convoys. So it's kind of just sits in a hole there that is not going through the fifth wheel as they usually do. No details on the rear, and these mud flaps are metal. You will see some of these Matchbox Collectibles in other sets that have the rubber mud flaps. Those are very impressive. But this is a really nice one in the Michelin livery, and I particularly like the trailer that has kind of a rounded front end. I don't know if they did that for aerodynamics or what. So yeah, these are Matchbox Collectibles, not intended for children, and there's a good reason for that. This thing, you know, weighs like a brick. If you would get this as a kid and in kind of an angry mood, throw this at one of your siblings and it probably would be dead. That's how heavy it is. So all metal. Spare wheel here underneath, very nice. That is included in there. Again, the metal mud flaps. Kind of a step here in the back that is seems to be plastic. It's probably the only plastic on here, because I think these doors might even be metal. Yeah, I think they are. There you go. Not much to see in there. It does have a nice floor, nice detailed floor. You can see that is part of this metal base, and then the sides are all blue. So again, we got bibendum on 3 sides here. Yeah, very cool looking. You can stand on its own like that, and then just lay it on top of the fifth wheel like that. Awesome. And then the second one. some warning here. So this is the Ford Aeromax tractor trailer in the roadway livery. This was in the Masters of the Highway collection. Freeze the frame if you want to read all the history on roadway. We don't have time for that, unfortunately. Let's see if we get the correct way. Getting this out. Trailer. Now let's take the tractor first. The rig, the lorry, truck. So this does have the name on the base. Ford Aeromax, 1991 copyright. Wider rubber tires in the front on this one, but not as wide as the rear ones. This has a chrome plastic insert in the black metal base. Of course, a metal cabin too. Bumpers front and back are part of the chrome plastic insert. So in this case, again, the mirrors and antennas are accounted for in their smokestacks, but there's a paint chip on the corner here. So again, I got a new one for that. As a very John is a really correct guy on that. Roadway Express on the door. Separate piece for the grille is painted. Some lights there in the bumper. Chrome interior. Makes for the I don't know, I think these mirrors are separate pieces. Yeah, these antennas are a little bit wonky. They seem to all have that. Lots of details on top there. The logo by Roadway. Smokestacks. And here you have the more classic fifth wheel that you can see through. And here's the also all metal trailer. So got the spare wheel, correct wheel for the vehicle. Well, same as the other ones, I mean. Also got the little stand. You got these lights on top there. Very nicely done. So basically pretty much the same. Well, not the same. It's also got this little step thingy here, but it's a different construction than on the Michelin one. So it's definitely a different trailer because it's also more boxy in the front than the other one was more rounded. And I'm not sure if that actually says something here on the base. It's that 1996. Yeah, okay. I don't know what the other one was. 98, I believe. Yeah. So we got again that nicely detailed floor in there. And then white metal walls. Roadway Express. Sweet. And then at the end of February, the Action discount stores had another batch of Matchbox power grabs. So this is the 2016 Nissan Sentra. These were, oh yeah, by the way, these when they were new, they were around 35 euro. I got these for 15 euro a piece. So less than half the price. Yeah, this Pagani really wants to roll, doesn't it? And these Matchbox power grabs are €1.29 at Action. New casting. Just a plain Jane sedan. Absolutely fantastic. Nobody does these better than Matchbox. Nice gray interior. fully detailed in the front and in the rear. We don't have these here. Maybe in the south of Europe that they have them, because they are more into sedans there. We are more into hatchbacks and station wagons over here. But yeah, definitely where I live, we don't have this model. So I've never seen this before, but I'm pretty sure it looks very much like the real one. Beautiful color. Yeah, this is fantastic. Audi e-tron, number 1 of 100. Got a light gray base. So the wheel arches and the rocker panels are part of the black interior. I had not noticed that on the blue one. Yeah, again, all the details you'd want on the rear. Taillights even wrap around. That is cool. So it seems like there's an extra tempo for this this part here on the side that is not reachable for the rear tempo. So this is side tempo. Seems to me. Looks kind of different. This one did not completely fit the cluster. On the front, possibly the same thing. Partially side tempo. Not sure. Or maybe they figured out to have these front tempos wrap around all the way to the side. Who knows? But yeah, very nicely done. Matchbox at its best. 2019 Volkswagen Beetle convertible. In red. I thought that we already had gotten a red one. Red VW on the license plate. Cool. Not sure what part of the US this would be. Yeah. Spot on tempo wise. Great rims too. 2018 Dodge Charger. Looks grey on the box, but as we will see, it is not. I don't know if they changed their mind or something, or what happened, but yeah. Definitely does not look alike, but we've seen that before, you know, the Rivian and other vehicles. So just an enamel black. Pretty basic tempo-wise in the front. Charger on the license plate. Matchbox above it. Yeah, at least it's nicely done in the back. And the 1949 Curtis sport car. So matching blue plastic base, because makes also for the bottom part here of the side, and also a bit in the front, but not in the rear. Always makes me think of a Citroën DS convertible. Definitely in the back. Curtis on the license plate. It's really nicely done in the back though, tempo wise. We got this extra chrome piece that wraps all around. Nothing to complain here. Got the brown interior. So yeah, nice stuff. Thanks for watching.